Thank you, Chairman, and thank you for being here today and informing us on what in the world is, how this took place. The first question I have, I think all of you have admitted that you have significant waste, fraud, and abuse in these programs in your states. Is that correct? Would anyone dispute that? I think the question here is, should taxpayers continue to pay and be put on the line for this waste, fraud, and abuse, or should the taxpayers say, okay, you fix it, and then we'll be glad to fund those who, by law, are allowed to use these programs? That's the question, and that's the difference of opinion here in my mind. For all the witnesses, ongoing criminal investigations in many states have identified shared ownership or affiliations where individuals are enrolled in perpetrating fraud in numerous Medicaid services. What exactly is your state doing to more closely examine currently enrolled Medicaid providers to identify shared ownership or affiliations with excluded providers that have previously perpetrated fraud? That is your responsibility. Tell me what you're doing there. And I'll start with Mr. Connolly.
Thank you, Representative Allen. So the first thing I would point out is that fraud is unacceptable. We agree with that. And we have fought very hard to root out fraud in our programs. With respect to different steps taken to find connections among bad actors or criminals in our program, whom we hope are prosecuted and go to prison because of the fraud they're committing, we have initiated, of course, the revalidation effort among the high-risk providers that we designated. So 14 services, as I said, were designated high risk. They were all subject to that revalidation, that off-cycle revalidation that I mentioned, the 5,600. And part of that work is to identify through the fingerprint background check, through the site visit and the review of credentials and documentation, who those providers are led by, what ownership is, and do analysis with the appropriate databases and work with law enforcement to understand what connections there may be among bad actors and criminals.
Yeah.
So we are taking that action, I think, principally, but also we do work with federal and state law enforcement.
I got 3 more I need to get to, so if we can make our answers short. And I'm gonna have a follow-up question as well, are there any elected political officials in your state that are doing everything they can do to keep you from uncovering this fraud, waste, and abuse? And of course, now I'll go to the next witness. Yes.
Thank you. So to address your first question, fighting fraud is a top priority for our department, and we know fraud is not unique to Medicaid or even Medicare. It's also in private health insurance, and that's why we have to work together to protect taxpayer dollars. Making sure that we crack down on bad actors who have, use business structuring to conceal their illicit activity is a top priority for California. We collect comprehensive disclosure, ownership, and control interest information from every provider applying. We check those against federal and state exclusionary database lists. We also check those lists for subcontractors of those providers and other business entities that they have a significant business relationship with.
Is it, okay, Mr. Becerra.
Thank you for the question, Congressman. And last year, under Governor Hochul's leadership, we really prioritized the development and implementation of a provider services portal, which is a new provider enrollment system, and putting that in place. It is slowly rolling out now, and as part of the revalidation plan being requested by CMS, we are sort of expediting that implementation plan. We are adding new Medicaid-only providers to high-risk designations and pursuing moratoriums where applicable. We completely agree that the front door to the program is a very important safeguard.
Good. Mr.
Yes, Congressman, in Ohio, when we've identified shared ownership, after indictment of fraud, we will take action. Recent improvements have helped that. As folks continue to conceal their ownership and control of entities, that is a challenge that I think states and federal government will be tasked with.
And yes or no, this all happened in the last year? When this was brought to the public eye, it's been a year. And my question is, did the Biden administration notify you of any of these issues when they were in charge of CMS? Did you get any requests for them for identification of waste, fraud, and abuse?
These processes have been in place in California, they're not new, and yes, we did collaborate with the Center for Program Integrity at CMS.
But it was not publicly known at that time, I don't believe. Is that correct? Okay, well, I'm out of time, and I'll yield back, Mr. Chairman.